Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today a bit about driving electric in the winter. It's very easy, but of course you have to calculate a bit less range, but for the rest it's no problem at all.
Alright guys, so today I just take the IMiev for drive in the winter. It's not very winter, just a bit snow today. It's Easter, so that was not really calculated. So like you saw maybe on our other videos, last summer I managed almost 120 kilometers with this car. It has a 16 kilowatt hours battery. Of course, in the winter you use much more because of the friction on the road and the wind and the cold. So if you buy an electric car like this one, for example, it was made with the range of NEDC 150 kilometers. Of course that's not right. So the new Cyclus, it's WLTP, and that's set to 110 kilometers. So that you can manage in the summer. You have to watch out when you buy an electric car and they say this can do 150 kilometers. You have to ask if it's an NEDC range calculation or a WLTP. The WLTP is more correct. So 110 kilometers in the summer was no problem, but now I have the heating on. The IMiev is the only one that has a remote control for preheating the car before you go to work remotely when the car is plugged in. Now they are putting the snow away. So the triplex, like they call this, the Peugeot Ion and the Citroën C0, they don't have this remote control stuff. And you have to see as well that the IMiev is after 2013 to have this remote control. So to preheat the car gonna save you a lot of battery, because then you don't have to preheat the car while you're driving, and it's much more comfortable. This car has warming the seats, so it's no problem. And then in the winter I calculate between 70 and 80 kilometers with the heating on. The heating here is not an air pump like the newer electric cars, so this used 5 kilowatt hours range, so it's 1/3 of the battery capacity. So of course in the summer with the heating off I drive well over 100 kilometers. In the winter I just take 30% off to make sure. So this car has as well rear wheel drive, and what you have to watch out with the electric cars, while some people say it's a bit difficult to drive in the winter and when it's icy, is because when you push the throttle on an electric car, of course all the power coming at once, and then it can be a bit slippery feeling. But you just have to be careful and just to know your car. And of course you need proper winter tires. On this car we have a Nordic winter tire, Continental Contact Viking 6. Very good tires, never had a problem. And when you're driving and when it's very icy, it's as well good to put less regen, not full regen, because if you're driving 60-70 kilometers per hour and it's a bit slippery and you have full regen on and you put your foot off the throttle before a corner or a turn, you're gonna see that the car can slide a bit, because of course it's braking too much. So we had it with the Tesla as well. We put less regen if it's very slippery, and in the winter it's as well better to have less regen, because then you use your brakes more, and it's going to help your brakes to keep more clean and have less rust, certainly on these salty roads. So it's not a problem to drive in the winter with an electric car. Of course now it's only 1 degrees plus Celsius. That's fine. If it's coming -10, -15 Celsius, the battery is using more energy to keep it itself warm and proper, usable. Some other cars has as well a special battery pack, so you have to watch out. If you buy a car, like here in Norway we have the winter package. Some countries doesn't have that, so maybe on a Nissan Leaf, on another car, you have to watch out that the winter package is included, so that the battery is protected for the cold. So this has a very good traction control and ABS, so to drive this in the winter is just a joy, and it's not a problem. So the people say it's more difficult to drive with an electric car in the winter. They just don't know what they're talking about. So that was it. Just a small drive now. I preheated the car and I just put a little bit of heat on, and I put some wind, some fan to the window and to the feet, and I'm warming the seat. There's no problem.